It's an East End battle on the hardwood as two rivals take to the court looking to improve their standings. Welcome to Sports Wire. I'm Will Catterley. Highland Springs and Henrico always draws a crowd, especially when both of these teams are playing playoff caliber basketball. This was the case on Friday night, with Highland Springs already with a top 10 ranking and Henrico not that far behind.
Former athletic director Tom Jeremiah of Henrico High School giving former basketball legendary Coach Vance Harmon a piece of the gym floor. He earned it. Just a bunch of regional titles and a couple of state championships and oodles of victories. Congrats. Great honor, well-deserved for the former Henrico head coach, now Freeman AD Vance Harmon. Well, Highland Springs was out to spoil that night, and they got off to a hot start. Christian Martin, Kmart, lights it up from long range. This guy had a huge night. Dorian Davis, likewise. 3-ball, money ball. That is good. Highland Springs with some spring in their steps, let's just say. You want some more from Davis? How about a mid-range J? Nothing but nylon. Springers up big early. More. This time, the steal. Back to Davis. Lays it up and in. Henrico's got to call a timeout. They are down double digits early. They haven't even gotten off the floor yet. But the Warriors would make a comeback. And they would do it a lot with this guy. Tough contested J. Gets it to go. Nicely done by Matthew Elliott. Still 16-5 after 1 quarter of play. Yeah, that lead was as big as 17. Second quarter highlights. Still pumping in the Jays. Donzel Coles lights it up. Here's Davis. Davis fires and hits. The baseline J. Springer's back in command. Warriors not going away, though. They would make this a game in a hurry. Nice floating jumper counted, and the foul. Jaden Walker on the execution there. Springers trying to come back. No, the three not going to work. How about Henrico in transition? Well done. Kyle Brand Parker lays it up and in. Back come the Henrico Warriors. That's pretty. Oh, so pretty. The dish, the dime, the finish, the three-point play. Latrell Sutton. It ain't nothing. But Warriors not finished. No, not by a long shot. Long J is good. Henrico coming back. Springers, answers of their own? No. Check out defense, leading to offense. 3-ball, corner pocket, got it. It is good. And all of a sudden, Percy, Wyatt and company down just 2. Springers respond. Guess who? Dorian Davis, double figures on the night for him. He was stalwart in this one. And then back come Henrico again. Seesaw fair at this point, Percy Wyatt. Warriors would get within 3. Springers have other ideas, though. Kwanye Vini, touchdown. Good for only 3, not 6. And then Vini, looking. I'll take this myself, thank you very much. All the way to the rack, up and in. Yes, sir. Vini and Highland Springs would go to the break at the buzzer, but they were only up by 5. Henrico would get it to as close as 3, and in large part because Kyle Brand Parker plays like that. Then Springers always had a counterpunch to Henrico's punch. That early start, fast start, and Dorian Davis's offensive mastery was really big. 3-ball there by Percy Wyatt. Henrico not done yet, but it was too little too late. Springers win it 58-52.
Meanwhile, in the West End, Glen Allen has been more than solid. The Jaguars, already past the midway point of their season, came into Tuesday night with a 9-2 record, only falling to Freeman and Verina. The Jags were going for win number 10 at home versus Tucker.
So to Glen Allen we go. That is Riley Desgain. Just when you thought you're out of Desgain, there's Adam Desgain, coach of the Tucker Tigers. Second quarter action, yeah, there's going to be one more little Desgain there. He can already dribble. He was doing it at halftime. Tucker trying to come back. Second quarter down a lot to a little. Number 3, Ken Wallace, the senior, trying to get the Tigers back up and running. But Glen Allen dominated on offense and on the boards. Number 15 knocks it down. Here comes Tucker. This is going to be a cool play. That was Sean McElwain, by the way. You'll hear more from him. Number 12, Jared Tucker gets a jumper and the foul. Jairese Brownie would not convert the three-point play. Back comes Glen Allen, and this is why they're good. He scored multiple ways. Number 21 doing the honors that time, Brendan Coughlin. And then on defense, turning to offense, watch the ball. I didn't. Oh, there it is. If you got a headband, you got to be able to dunk it. And he does. Sean McElwain with authority for the deuce. What the Jags do defensively, too, very active hands, leading to an easy deuce for Kelvin Choice. And then the block, again, defense turning into offense, almost a travel right there, but it's going to lead to this easy squeezy, lemon peasy layup. Alex Dillon, Glen Allen up 20. Tucker, that's a pretty play. Jaden Bland, they had some good looks in this game, just didn't go in. It was a nice floater by him. Bland making things spicy, and then back to the Glen Allen Jaguar show. This time, Kelvin Choice connects for two. Give him a choice, he'll take a three. Misses it, but Johnny on the spot again on the offensive board. Second chance points really hurt the Tucker Tigers. So did number 21, Brandon Coughlin, 37-15 at the half. Second half, we're switching sides now. More action for Coughlin and the Jags. Money ball corner pocket, yeah. Count that one, Brandon Coughlin. This is a nice move to the rack. Big man's got some steps. Jeremiah Hister trying to bring the Tigers back. Glen Allen, though, too efficient offensively and pretty much getting what they wanted. Kelvin Choice again, he had double figures, as did Coughlin. Tigers late, get a jumper to go. Count it, and one. Nicely done by Cam Williams, junior guard, but then Dipsy-do. How are you? Glen Allen says, fine, thank you. Ethan Brooks. Heck of a baseball player. Good at hoops, too. 67-33 the final.
Well, we hit the mats for some gymnastics when we come back. Freeman and Deep Run battle it out with some tremendous all-around talent on display. That and more straight ahead.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. Go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
We'll go back to Sports Wire. Let's go to Douglas Freeman, the Mavs. In action in gymnastics. That's right, gymnastics is back. Let's go to the bars. Taking on Deep Run, Mechanicsville, and Hanover on this evening. Isabella Cavallo. Beautifully done. Sticks it as well, the landing that is. 8.2 on the bars for Isabella. Let's go to Deep Run on the floor. Emma Perkins. Solid. Perkins would have an 8.3 as we show part of the floor routine. If we show the entire routines, we'll take up the entire sports wire. We actually had some room for it on this week's show. From one Emma to another, back to Douglas Freeman and back to the bars. This is Emma Crone. They're all-around gymnasts. Pretty solid. When you score over 9, you're doing stuff. 9.15 on the bars for their all-around gymnast, Emma Crone. It was good for second place overall. Let's go to the floor. 2 deep runs all around. All around means they do every event. And on the floor, Melina Ringus is as good as any, usually better. Solid for Ringus and a 9.2. So take that 9.1. Of course, I was on the floor. Sticking with deep run, A little bit of vault action. Caroline Gressick, 8.75. Very solid, very high score on that. You know where Freeman really excelled, though? They're a deep team. Deep Run had the #1 all-around gymnast. We'll get to that in a minute. But they really excelled on the beam as a team. Abby Johnson, terrific on the beam, as was Sabrina Layton. They both got 8.65s. Nice landing there for a tie for 5th place overall. And that's early on in this group. Here is Isabella Cavallo again on the beam. And they call it a balance beam for a reason, and she had perfect balance. Moving on to later in the routine, knocks it out of the park. A 9.25 for Isabella. Crushing it so much that she gets a crown. A little bit better than the Burger King crown, but beautiful nonetheless. I don't know how much that's worth. I don't know if those are real gems. Probably not. I don't know if any school has that kind of budget. More on the beam, though. Emma, all around, Crone. Very, very good score of 8.75 for Emma Crone. Deep Run and Freeman were the two best teams in each event. And now you're looking at the stylings of Camille Rivers. Has a really nice floor routine. She would score an 8.2. Again, Douglas Freeman's depth of really talented gymnasts would win out in the end. Or would they? Melina Ringus has different ideas. One of the best things I saw all meet, hands down. This might be it. I'm a sucker for gymnasts that can really score huge on the uneven bars. It's just so much upper body strength and control, and it's just downright beautiful when you see it like this. Unbelievable, and she sticks the landing to a 9.2, leading the way from Melina Ringus. She was first place for all-around gymnasts with a 36.55. Meanwhile, Emma Crone, good for 3rd place in all-around, and Freeman wins the meet with a score 137.88 to 134.55 for Deep Run. Back to the East End we go. Basketball Classic. We saw Henrico Highland Springs guys. The girls' game was quite good as well. Early action, no score first quarter. Going to change things. The old inbounds. Pass it to the girl not covered for 3. Why not? And number 3, Kayla Baxter makes it count. Henrico played well in this one. Nice pass underneath. Gets the assist to number 22, Alicia Powers. She powers it in. Highland Springs, other side of the floor, up, and yeah, it is in. Number 21 doing the honors, Samaya Brown. What can Brown do for you? Well, she scored 2 points. Great pass by KP. Finding number 23, Samaria Jackson. And then from the corner in your living room and into the net. Morgan Boyd connects. Want more Boyd? You got it. Well, almost a turnover there, but they regather. KP for 3. Top of the key, Springers up. And they would widen their advantage. KP, money from deep. Again, it's KP for 3. And she can shoot the rock, can't she? Henrico, not done though. No box out there. Good offensive rebound for Alicia Powers, trying to power the Warriors back into this one. And that ball, yeah, that's going to find the bottom of the net. This time it's Keisha Cummings-Thomas doing the honors. More Henrico. Don't call it a comeback. Top of the key for Sine Moore, and they want more of that. Here comes the green and gold. Why not? Pretty move by Sine Moore. It just gives us more. And Mackenzie Wiggins, big on that. Let's go second half now. This was a double-digit score, and Henrico within 1 with that shot by Moore. And then in transition, all the way cutting to the rack, Alicia Powers. And Henrico right there with Highland Springs. And check it out. Moments later would lead to this. Missed the free throw. That's okay. I'll get it myself. Cold glass. Bank is open. Make it. Henrico up by 1. Highland Springs trying to seize momentum back. Well, that helps. KP for 3, and then in transition, KP for 2. Also good. Springers love the press. Henrico found ways to deal with it more times than not. That was no good, but 1 chance, 2 chances, 3 chances won't be denied, and the foul. Diamond Brown. 33-28 at that point. Springers still up. Later, however, better make it 33-32. That's good for 2. Then, I said the press didn't work all the time, but when it mattered most, it did. KP that gets the steal and the score. Springers really needed her contribution. She had a big night. More KP, 4-3, other side. More than double digits on the night for KP. And Highland Springs on a roll. Give Henrico credit for the comeback. Springers take care of business down the stretch, 51-45 the final.
Several teams across the county are already getting ready for spring sports. That includes Tucker girls soccer. The Tigers hope that training before the sun is up empowers them by the time they hit the field. I'll explain coming up.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to SportsWire. What are you doing at 6 in the morning? Well, if you're like me, you're probably hitting the snooze button. But for the Tucker girls soccer team, they're already hard at work, training in a new way to give them an edge this upcoming season.
Tuesday morning, 6 a.m., J.R. Tucker. While most are still sleeping, the girls' soccer team is already hard at work.
I'm not normally a morning person. It's tough. It's not my favorite thing. It just really actually prepares me for the rest of my day. It helps me feel more awake during the day and actually do better in my schoolwork. It's definitely like helping my fitness overall, which could always use improvement. You got this!
The Tigers have teamed up with trainers from Empower Athlete, building strength and endurance, but that's just the beginning.
Really what Empower Athlete does is we meet them where they are. We create a safe space for them to learn how to take up space. I'm 30 years old, and it took me until I was about 25, 26 to understand that really I deserve to take up space. There's so much that these young women have to offer, but much of the messaging tells them to kind of make it small, make themselves small. That's not the way that they should be living.
Instead, these ladies are living large and bonding as a team.
Up! Out!
We just, want to be a family, take care of each other, be there in good times and in bad. And, when the going gets tough, what kind of player are we going to be? Are we going to be one that, puts their head in the sand and gives up, or are we going to be one that fights?
Head coach Sarah Dietz is betting on the latter. So are the players.
I really think it's going to help us become a more cohesive team. In the past, we didn't really know each other. We would come into the season just learning people's names and not even knowing how we play, what positions people play. And I think this really helps us grow and get to learn each other's names and get to learn how we each play as players. And not just that, but how we work together as a team and communicate together.
We're doing a lot of team bonding and trying to get to know each other. That way it's less tension between each other, because a lot of times teams can be cliquey with each other.
Instead, the team for 6 to 8 weeks on Tuesday and Thursday mornings will squat, plank, and crunch.
Out!
To come together as a complete team, not a clique.
Tigers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Tigers!
Back to the hardwood now. Deep Run at home taking on the Green Dragons of Maggie Walker. First half action. Deep Run is a shooting basketball team. For 3, it's good. Frank Parker. She gets that to go. And then there's another 3. That is nothing but nylon, a little bit of ring. Peyton Weiser. Parker, Frank, and Peyton Weiser. Springs. 17-7 the score, second quarter. Maggie Walker trying to get back into this. That is up, and that is good. Number 23 doing the honors, Alice Bowman. And then here come the Wildcats. Yeah, nice move, counted, and the foul. Sydney Martin getting to the lane. Wildcats doing some of that as well in this one. But they live and die beyond the arc, really, hitting threes. Maggie Walker made them earn it. Don't get me wrong, that's good. Green Dragons trying to stay within 10 points. Played a good defensive game. It was defensive throughout, but then Deep Run did this. Number 23 can really splash it. Emma Striffler for a long three, and then here it is. Bombs away. They are going down. Looks like the same play. Emma knocking it down from the corner once again. Deep Run doing a better job against Maggie Walker's defense when they could get out in transition. Credit Maggie Walker for getting back in defense, though, but at the buzzer, count it. Karis Omachinsky for two, 32-15. We go to the fourth and final stanza. Bombs away again. This time, Parker Frank adds to her score. And here we go from way downtown. Got to get out and guard them. Number 10 doing the honors, it's Sydney Martin. And then how about a little defense? Leading offense, counted in the foul, and one for Charlotte Boswell. She does well, so does Deep Run. They get the win at home, 41-20.
Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.